They thought no one saw them beat her. They were wrong. The hallway lights flickered. Too bright, too harsh. Maya's breath hitched as she backed against the lockers. Her palms were slick with sweat, heart pounding like a trapped bird. Tyler loomed in front of her, flanked by two others, smirking, swinging her stolen notebook by the strap. "Think you're better than us, huh?" She did not answer, just reached for her book. He shoved her, hard. Her skull cracked against metal, a white-hot burst of pain. Then, dizziness, nausea. Dark spots blooming in her vision. Fists came next, knees, boots. No one stopped them. Teachers walked by. Students filmed. Maya collapsed, unmoving, eyes open, but seeing nothing. She never woke up. Doctors called it a coma, severe brain trauma, no timeline for recovery. Her mother, Evelyn, said nothing at the hospital, just stared at her daughter's bruised face, then stood up, straightened her blazer, and walked out with fire in her eyes. The next morning, Evelyn entered Oak Ridge High, not as a parent, but as a reckoning. She walked past the front desk, ignored the principal's frantic calls, entered the auditorium during assembly, plugged in a drive. Footage played on every screen in the school. Clear, brutal, unmistakable. Gasps, screams, silence. Evelyn took the mic. "This school watched my child get destroyed and did nothing. So now, I destroy it back." She pressed send on her phone. Within minutes, state investigators flooded the halls. News helicopters circled overhead. The superintendent was arrested on campus. Tyler vomited in the third row. The school board called an emergency meeting. Oak Ridge High was shut down, effective immediately. But Evelyn was not done, because Maya still had not opened her eyes, and justice was just beginning. 3 days after the shutdown, Maya still had not woken up. But something changed. Her fingers twitched. Just once. A nurse saw it, recorded it, sent the video to Evelyn. Evelyn watched it in her parked car outside the hospital. Rain streaked the windshield, but she did not care. She played the clip again. And again. Her daughter was fighting back. From inside the dark. That same night, Evelyn returned to the empty school. Not through the front gate, now chained and padlocked. She used a key the janitor gave her. "He owed me," she told the security camera. The halls were silent, desks overturned, posters peeled from walls, graffiti scrawled across lockers. We saw. We stayed quiet. She went straight to the surveillance room, pulled a second hard drive from her coat. This one held more than hallway footage. It held deleted emails, cover-up memos, texts between staff admitting they knew about the bullying for months. She uploaded everything to a secure server, then sent a link to every major news outlet and the U.S. Department of Education. By dawn, headlines exploded. Oak Ridge High knew and let it happen. Parents demanded arrests, students organized protests, Tyler's family hired lawyers, but it was too late. Then, a call came from the hospital. "Miss Carter?" the nurse whispered. "Maya." She opened her eyes. Evelyn ran, not walked. Ran through corridors, heart slamming against her ribs. She burst into room 312. Maya lay propped up, pale but awake. Her voice was weak, barely a whisper. "Mom, I remember everything." Evelyn fell to her knees beside the bed. Tears finally came. Hot. Silent. But Maya's next words froze them both. "They didn't just beat me that day. One of them had a knife." Evelyn went still. The room seemed to shrink. Cold dread coiled in her stomach. Because the police report said no weapon was used. No blade, no cuts. But Maya lifted her hospital gown slightly, revealing a thin, jagged scar low on her side, hidden beneath bandages, stitched in secret by a nurse who feared speaking up. Someone tried to kill her, and the school buried it. Evelyn stood. Walked to the window, looked toward Oak Ridge High in the distance. Her voice was quiet. Final. This isn't over. Because now, it was murder they were covering up. Evelyn did not call the police. Not yet. She knew who they answered to, knew how easily evidence disappeared in this town. Instead, she drove to the county morgue, not for a body, but for a retired forensic pathologist named Dr. Lynn. Maya's scar didn't match any entry in the hospital report. Too clean, too deep, too deliberate. Dr. Lynn examined the photo under magnification, her brow furrowed. This wasn't from a fall, she said. This was a controlled incision, post-trauma. Someone tried to hide a stab wound by stitching it themselves. Evelyn's blood turned to ice. Back at the hospital, she confronted the night nurse, Maria, who had cared for Maya during the first 48 hours. Cornered her in the staff parking lot after shift. No threats, just truth. Maria broke in under a minute, tears streaming. "I didn't want to," she whispered. "But Principal Vance. He said if I reported it, I'd lose my license. Said it was just a scratch. Said the boy's father is on the school board." "Which boy?" Evelyn asked. Maria hesitated, then whispered a name. Not Tyler, Daniel Reyes, the quiet one, the honor student, the one who filmed the whole attack and never shared it. Evelyn walked away, but not before slipping a voice recorder into Maria's pocket. "Keep talking," she said. "I'm listening." That night, Evelyn hacked into the school's archived cloud, using credentials Maria provided. She found Daniel's private folder. Labeled Project Cleanup. Inside, a time-stamped video of the attack, extended. Audio of Daniel saying, "Make sure she doesn't wake up." Photos of the knife. A message to his father. Handled, no trace. His father, Councilman Reyes, was the man who approved Oak Ridge's security budget. The same man who called Evelyn an angry woman with a victim complex on live TV. Evelyn printed everything. Copies, USB backups, encrypted cloud drops. Then she did the one thing no one expected. She walked into the Reyes family home, not with a gun, not with rage, with a live streaming camera clipped to her lapel and a voice that carried through every room. "Daniel," she called out, calm as stone. "I know you're home." Lights flicked on upstairs. Footsteps, then silence. She stepped into the living room, sat on their white sofa, placed the printed photos on their glass coffee table. "I'm not here to hurt you," she said. "I'm here to make sure the world sees what you did." A door creaked open. Daniel stood at the top of the stairs, pale, shaking. His father rushed in behind her, shouting, demanded she leave. Evelyn smiled, tapped her lapel mic. "Too late," she said. "It's already live." Across the city, phones lit up. The stream had 12,000 viewers, and climbing, and in a hospital. Bed 3 miles away, Maya watched it all on her tablet, eyes wide, hands clenched, finally seeing the face of the boy who tried to erase her. But Evelyn wasn't done, because justice wasn't just exposure, it was consequence. The live stream hit 500,000 views before the Reyes internet was cut. Too late. News vans swarmed their street by dawn. Councilman Reyes was arrested before breakfast, obstruction, conspiracy, attempted cover-up of a violent felony. Daniel, just 17, was taken in cuffs, still wearing his pajamas, but Evelyn did not celebrate. She returned to the hospital as the sun rose. Maya sat up in bed, wrapped in a blanket, watching the morning news. Her voice was stronger now, clear. "They're saying it's over," Maya said. Evelyn sat beside her. "No," she said softly. "It's not over, but it's changing." In the weeks that followed, Oak Ridge High remained closed, permanently. The state launched a district-wide investigation into systemic abuse, neglect, and institutional racism. 20 staff members lost their licenses. New laws were proposed: mandatory anti-bullying surveillance, whistleblower protections for students, trauma-informed training for all educators. Maya testified before the State Education Committee, not from a wheelchair, not as a victim, as a survivor with a voice that would not be silenced. She spoke of the pain, the fear, the loneliness, but also of the nurse who finally spoke up, the janitor who gave Evelyn the key, the classmates who sent letters, flowers, apologies. Change, she said, begins when silence breaks. At home, Evelyn cleared out Maya's old school bag, found a crumpled drawing at the bottom, done weeks before the attack. A girl with dark skin, standing tall, holding a torch. Underneath, in Maya's handwriting, "I will light the way." She framed it, hung it in the hallway. One evening, mother and daughter sat on their porch, quiet. No sirens, no cameras, just crickets and the soft hum of streetlights. "Do you forgive them?" Evelyn asked. Maya thought a long time. "I don't have to forgive to heal," she said. "But I won't let hate live in me. That's how they win." Evelyn reached for her hand, squeezed it. The school was gone. The bullies faced consequences. But the real victory wasn't revenge. It was Maya walking back into the world, eyes open, head high, unbroken. And Evelyn, she started a foundation, Maya's light, to protect every child the system tried to ignore, because no mother should have to burn a school down to make the world see her child.